In this episode, Kentucky cars, German versus American performance sedan, and pay attention. Welcome to episode 115 of the We Are Auto Show. What's up, Derek?
Mr. Michael Rao, I'm planning a trip up to a state that I don't know if I've ever been to before.
Oh.
And I want to ask you a question.
Hit me with the question.
What is the best car to drive in Kentucky?
Ooh. Okay. The bluegrass state.
Yes.
The best car, in my opinion, to drive around Kentucky is, I'm thinking, a rusted out Chevy pickup with bullet holes.
Ooh, you're going the pickup route.
Or a van. I can't tell which one yet.
Really?
Well, let me ask.
Uh-huh.
What are you doing with it?
We're going up for a boys' trip to play some disc golf.
How many boys are in the boys' trip?
It's going to be 4 in total.
So you're not fitting in the BRZ?
We're not. But it doesn't have to be about us driving. I want to know, what is the quintessential Kentucky car?
A rusted out Chevy with bullet holes.
You think so?
I'm kind of thinking so.
I believe that the Corvette Museum's in Kentucky.
Oh, shit. I forgot. The NCM, the National Corvette Museum, is just outside of Bowling Green, Kentucky.
That's right.
Which is just north of Nashville, Tennessee.
So would you say that a Corvette is the quintessential Kentucky vehicle?
Yes.
I don't think so.
I think you have to tow your Corvette with the rusted out Chevy pickup with bullet holes. I think that's how you're supposed to approach Kentucky.
The best of both worlds.
Yes. It's
You
both
might be
Chevys, right? You've got the Kentucky truck, but then you've got the Corvette that goes with the Kentucky Corvette Museum and all that. So
I think there's 3 kinds of vehicles in Kentucky.
Oh, I'm eager to hear.
Yes. You have the trucks, right? You have the F-150s, the Silverados.
Mm-hmm.
They're usually old, usually rusty. Most have bullet holes. If they don't, you're not doing it right.
Correct.
You have the perfect, pristine Corvettes that drive up there.
That only see rain once a year.
Once a year, they're wearing the hat. They got the khakis, the New Balances, beautifully white, by the way.
Of course. Of course.
And you know that they are rocking those Corvette underwear.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. And then you have the Corollas, the Ford Tauruses, the beat-up old Civics, the economical class of car. But there's not much between that.
Fair. What are you going to rent?
That's a good question. I'm not sure yet, but I'll keep you in the loop. Certainly not a Corvette, and we're certainly not wearing the attire, though we've done that before. I suspect it could be in the economy class, but I might just push for a truck.
I would look at either a truck or an SUV,
Yes.
but not a Ridgeline.
No. I won't do a Ridgeline.
Not in Kentucky.
That's not a truck or an SUV.
Correct.
I don't know what that is.
It's a van without a trunk.
It's a good way to put it. It's an interesting way to put it, and it's a reasonable way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also feel like an Explorer, an Excursion, something along those lines.
That'd be
would
good.
Up there.
So here's my recommendation.
Okay.
Get yourself some sort of rental, like an SUV, right? Because I don't know where in Kentucky you're going, but you may have some dirt roads.
Mm-hmm.
But when you get there, you should assess the situation of the driving roads around you. And then you should quickly look for a single day to rent a Corvette on Turo. Because Kentucky has something that we don't have here, which is hills and elevation. Not much, but more than Florida, right? You could be within a few minutes of some fantastic driving roads. Maybe an idea.
I know that a couple months after that, the family is planning a trip to the Carolinas.
Oh,
That is way different.
where are you going in the Carolina?
Bryson City is the current point.
There you go.
Yes. That's hilly.
Yeah.
That's significantly different.
You're gonna want to rent a sports car.
Right. Or take my sports car.
Yeah, that,
Yes.
that, do that.
I'm debating it.
And then drive to the Tail of the Dragon and get a picture with the We Auto sticker on Tail of the Dragon.
I might. We'll see. There's a
Photo
good
op.
possibility.
That'd be sick.
Now, you're going up north soon, too.
I am going up to Georgia this week.
Okay. Are you going to be
Actually,
renting a car?
I'm actually, I'm coming. I just got back from Georgia, frankly, by the time this episode's out.
Right.
Yeah, so I just got back from Georgia, as a matter of fact. I just did some time traveling there.
Nice.
Not planning on renting a car. As a matter of fact, we did not rent a car if my time traveling is working here, right? But I am excited, or I was excited, to have gotten into some hilly country. So, yeah,
Okay.
stoked for that.
All right. Should be some fun trips that we're going on soon.
Yeah, I know I'm not going to be too far from Petite, from
Ooh.
Brazelton, Georgia.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm
Cool track.
yes. But let me know what you rent in Kentucky, if it's a Corvette or not.
I would love it for it to be one, but it's not very practical for a boys' trip with 4 people.
You just strap them on the hood. Hold on, boys!
I mean,
It's going to get a little bumpy.
with enough drinks.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
We'll see.
It'd be sweet.
Yes. So let's move on to what have you seen this past week? As you've been driving around teaching people how to drive.
I have. I've seen some cool stuff. I've seen kind of the best of the same world, but from different areas of the world. The first thing I saw was an Audi RS4. So this was the B7, which actually made my list of the top like all-round best cars to get when I become a dad.
The dad missile.
Yeah, it was between this and the E90 M3.
Mm-hmm.
But I saw the B7 RS4, the Audi RS4, and I did see it painted in Sprint Blue Pearl, which in my opinion is the spec to get.
That's a good color. That's a sweet car.
Yeah.
And a great daily.
I love that car.
Yes.
6-speed manual, 4.2-liter naturally aspirated V8.
That's fantastic.
It's really not bad. It's
Mhm.
really, really not bad. I really like it. I'm just kind of a fan.
I think you should get one, and I would say if you're going to get this over the BMW, big approval, and you're going to have respect from the other drivers, because if you got the BMW, instant minus 10 points in the respect category.
So the RS4 does have 420 horsepower, so it's got quite a lot of horsepower, right?
Mm-hmm.
It weighs the same as like every other family saloon sedan, about 4,000 pounds, right?
Mm-hmm.
I just really love it. I
It's a
just
good car.
really, really love it. I keep going back and forth in my head. RS4, M3. RS4, M3. RS4, M3. I just can't decide. I just don't know. I love them both.
You'll figure it out.
I just love them both. Here's where my brain goes. I want the M3 because it's rear-wheel drive, but I just want that for the more pure sports cariness to it.
Are you going to track it?
No, but
Okay.
I'm going to have some spirited drives with it.
Yeah, but is the daily drivability?
Daily schmaley, there's no snow here.
Yeah.
So
It's a lot of rain, though.
doesn't matter. I don't care about that. I'll just go sideways. You are going to talk to me about rear-wheel drive and rain in your BRZ. You are going to bring that up.
I really want to put my bald tires back on.
I know you
really
do.
do.
I can tell.
It's so hard to get it to slide with fresh tires.
Oh, even a handbrake?
You could crank it, but man, when they were bald, it did not take anything. A teeny doot of the throttle, and you were wee.
You're just weeing everywhere.
Oh, all the time.
Wee!
But at a certain point, it was absolutely terrifying to keep that car in a straight line.
Just going around a roundabout in a slight drizzle.
That was fun.
Complete sideways.
It was when it was hailing down and you just had to go 50 in a straight line that it's just, ah! It's
Hold on tight, boys.
Yeah. And you're actually like, oh.
You're actually like correcting it?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, you're hydroplaning in a straight line.
Ooh.
Yeah. That was not fun.
That sounds like quite an exciting day.
No.
So, going back to car spots, the RS4 was, I'm going to call it my spot of the week just because I love it so much. But something else I did see, which is an honorable mention, is a Chevy SSR, or not SSR, no, but the Chevy SS, not the SSR. That was a horrible truck thing. But the Chevy SS, it was badged as the Holden Commodore, which is what kind of like the first mod that most people do in the States here, is they take the Chevy badge off and they swap the Holden badge on it. But it was painted in a color called peacock green, which is the color we're looking at now, which is this like very deep metallic green. I like it a lot.
I do like that color.
Green is my favorite color for a car.
I think that adding that Holden badge is a good thing.
Yeah, hugely.
Yes.
Because that is what takes it from I'm a good old boy with a Chevy to I'm sophisticated and kind of Australian. Right? I like it.
And you're into cars.
Yeah.
You don't do that if you don't know cars well enough to know the other cars outside of the U.S.
Correct. Yep.
Right.
You put a Holden badge on it, that's okay. You leave the Chevy badge on it, it just becomes regular traffic.
You go to the drag strip with the Chevy badge.
Yeah.
You go to the car show with the Holden badge.
Yeah. See, I can dig it. Now, just in case you're wondering, the Chevy SS, it in that peacock green, that was a great spec, but it does have the LS3 in it, which is a 6.2 liter V8, so lots of the displacement. It makes 415 horsepower, and it weighs about 4,000 pounds as well. So they are very similar cars, the RS4 and the Chevy SS, if you think about it.
They are, but they kind of aren't at the same time.
Exactly, right? If you only looked at the facts and figures,
right,
you would go, well, these are direct competitors.
Yeah.
But they're really not, are they?
No.
Right? You look at them and you're like, oh, yeah, no, they both have V8s. They're both about 4,000 pounds.
Right.
They're both a little over 400 horsepower. They both have 4 doors. One's a manual, one's an automatic, but still, But if you look at them, they're completely different cars.
It's an Audi and a Chevy. The same person does not simply buy those cars interchangeably. It's a significantly different demographic.
I agree. I totally agree.
Yeah.
But that was when I put them on paper, I was like, wait a minute. If I was an uneducated car person and I didn't know, I would look at them and go, well, I saw the same car with a different badge. But I didn't.
Huh. That's an interesting one.
Still would take the RS4, though, for sure.
I would agree. But respect points for putting the Holden badge on.
For sure.
That is super cool.
Definitely. So, did you see anything?
I did. I keep on seeing this Huracan around town. I know we've seen it at the car show many times. Yep. But, man, every time you see it, you're like, whoa, that stuck out.
Yeah, it's the brightest, greenest, yellowest. It's like the most highlighter colored Huracan you can imagine.
Do you happen to know the color?
No, I don't actually.
Okay, that's fine. If you look that up, that'd be great. But I'll keep on going. I also happened to see another Mercedes. I think it was the AMG GT. And me and you had a spicy debate about the AMG GT versus what was the other one that looked similar to this?
The SLS.
Yes. I think they look very similar. But you disagree.
I do.
They still look very clean. I'm a huge fan of these. But my car spot of the week, for sure, was a brand new Porsche Taycan, and it was a Turbo S.
There we go.
Yes. Me and my wife saw it. I think it was fantastic. Looked very clean. I know it was brand new, had the dealer badge, was a Turbo S. I have a couple performance figures for you. It will go 0 to 60 in 2.6 seconds, and it weighs 5,100 pounds.
That's a lot.
0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds for a 5,000-pound vehicle. That is crazy. It'll also do a top speed of 161, which is reasonably fast for that kind of an SUV. And apparently will have 650 equivalent horsepowers in electrical power.
So that paint is... Oh, I didn't realize this. That spec of that Huracan, I actually didn't realize this. This is actually a different type of Huracan.
Oh, really?
It's called the Fluo Capsule.
Huh.
Which, it's supposed to be the most brilliant you can imagine. Are you ready to highlight your road, is what it says. It's called the Fluo Capsule.
Oh, it does that.
Yeah. Huh. I thought what we saw was a wrap. It's actually not.
I did not know that.
Interesting. Okay. I didn't know that. So apparently that is its own thing. It's the Lamborghini Huracan Evo Fluo Capsule.
Fluo Capsule.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
And it is in, I believe that is, God, how do you even describe the name of that? It is Arancio Doc, maybe? Is that the name of the color?
0 to 60, 2.9 seconds. Looks like a max speed that's in kilometers per hour. I don't know what that is off the top of my head. 325 in kph. It's probably 180-ish in miles per hour. Very cool looking car. I guess you can get it in more than just that yellow, which is interesting. I see a blue. I see an orange. Huh.
Yeah, so they offer it in a couple of different colors. They offer it in that let's see. So Verde Shock. So pardon me. The color that we see is the Giallo Claris, which is the yellow. You have Verde Shock, which is green. Arancio Livrea, orange. Celeste Fedra, blue. Arancio Doc, and Giallo Claris.
Those are quite the names. Looks like a 640 CV. I don't know if that's exactly horsepower at 8,000 RPM. The torque's around 600 Newton meters.
Wait, the yellow is not what we've seen. We've seen the green, because the yellow and the green look very similar.
Okay.
So we've seen Verde Shock. It is so shocking.
Verde Shock.
Shock green,
that is
essentially.
Quite the name for a color. I did not know it was a 10-cylinder either.
Yeah, it's the same thing as an R8.
Okay. Yeah.
It's an R8.
Right. It's a bright yellow R8.
Very.
Cool car.
All right, so shall we move on to the I wish they would have?
Sure. Let's do it, my friend. Do you got one?
I do. It ties on to my car spot.
Okay.
I wish that here in the US of A, we were able to get the Audi RS4 wagon or Avant.
Yes.
We only got the sedan. They make an Avant version.
That would be awesome.
I love it.
The spicy wagon.
The RS6 is big.
Yeah.
Right? The RS4 would be like a baby version of the RS6. Right? I just love I just love it so much. The RS4 Avant is just so cool. It's a smaller RS6 Avant.
Right. And the way that the slope on the RS6 Avant works really, really well.
Yeah.
I don't know how, but the body lines on this car look fantastic. And they only did this in Europe, correct?
Yeah.
Do you know of any that have been imported? Can you import these?
No, because
it's not
in the, was it the 25 or 30 year window?
Right. It's not the
If it was a car that was available here, you could import it.
Okay.
That's part of the stipulation. That's why you can import a car from Canada or Europe that it's no factor. If you import a Porsche 911, you can do that because they were available here, right?
Right.
But a Skyline R34 was not available here, so that's why it has to wait the 20, 25 years, whatever it is.
Gotcha. Interesting. I don't know if you would want to import this kind of car after the 25 years, because this after 25 is probably going to be rough to maintain.
Probably.
Yes. But would be super neat to see over here regardless.
Yep. So, yeah, I wish we got the Audi RS4 Avant wagon.
I totally agree.
So, do you have one?
I do. And this is an interesting one. This might be a debate.
Oh.
So, my wife came up with this, and she said, I wish that my car told me with an audible ding when the light turned green.
Okay.
Yeah, that was my first thought too. But let me hear your opinion first.
No.
Why?
That is encouraging us to not pay attention, one.
Mm-hmm.
And two, that'd be very annoying to hear the dinging all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And three, if you're not paying attention, you're just going to hear the ding and give it a ton of gas. What if you're 4 cars back in line?
I agree with you.
And it dings, and you're still waiting for the 3 cars in front of you, and you go hammering into the car in front of you.
Mm-hmm. I totally agree with you. But to a certain extent, I also see where she's coming from. If the car could tell that you were distracted, and then it dinged at you,
yes,
that would be good.
Yes.
But all the time would be kind of rough. And I think that cars nowadays could determine if you were distracted.
They could. Creepy, but they could.
Yeah.
Right? I would say instead of a ding, I wish there would be a little haptic buzz on the seat or something.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bzz.
Mm-hmm.
Not like a doorbell, but a little bzz.
Or hit him with an air horn.
Oh, you went the complete other direction. Oh, my God.
Full send, baby. You're distracted. Hit him with an air horn. You'll never be distracted again. Yep. Put the train horn in the cabin.
Pointed at the driver's ears. I like where you're going with that.
Yeah. I think that if the car could determine that you were, reasonably distracted, playing on your phone, doing something you shouldn't be, it'd be kind of cool if the car could tell you, hey, pay attention.
Yeah.
And if you were super distracted, it'd be great if it could really say, hello, pay attention.
Wake up.
Yeah.
Wake up.
I suspect we won't see that anytime soon.
That's what I do on the road. If I'm at a light next to someone and I can see that they're not paying attention, I'll look at them. I'll give them the face, the really awkward face, and I'll give them the, what are you doing? What are you doing? Face. It's really quite fun.
I am very tempted to, next time I pull up to somebody that's sitting on their phone, to get there, sit next to them, stare at them. If it's more than 5 seconds or so, honk, have my phone in my hand and go boonk and put it down. And stare them down as I do that.
Yes.
It would get the point across.
Yes. I like to give the smug face if someone's driving like an idiot near me.
Oh.
Like if someone's swerving and they end up at the light at the same time as me after they did all that work, I just look over and I give them the smug face. Hello. I'll even wave at them too. Mm-hmm. Just because I'm a bit of a dick.
Mm-hmm. And if they're behind you and they're distracted, you purposefully slow down.
Oh,
or if they're tailgating.
Yes.
Yeah. We're going slow today, baby.
Yeah, speed limit's 45. I'll do 44.
Oh, I'm doing 40. No problem.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
All right, you got anything else?
I do not.
It's going to wrap us up for episode 115. Thanks so much for watching and listening. If you're watching on YouTube, please do hit that subscribe button and then leave us a thumbs up and a comment on the video. If you're listening on audio, please give us a 5-star rating and a review on your platform of choice. And while you're at it, go ahead and follow us on social, right? Facebook is We Are Auto, Instagram is We Auto _, YouTube is We Are Auto, and our website is weareauto.io. So please do check out the website. It really is honestly amazing. You better go in there and catch all your favorite races, and while you're in there, create a profile so you can save your progress with the races you've watched, and then may down the road have some specials coming for you if you're a member. So it's going to wrap us up. Thanks so much. We'll catch you guys in the next one.
Peace.